Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Solve Tactics video. So I am trying to, I don't have too much time, but I'm trying to fit in a video today and we'll see how far I can get in just a few minutes. So I'll try to solve quickly with less commentary maybe, but still provide some of my thoughts. If if the positions are too challenging, then yeah, I may not get too much done. Okay, black to move. Go ahead if you would like to try. I see these pawns that are, you know, especially this pawn on c3, that's far advanced. Okay, looks like some kind of an endgame study maybe. So if I go c2, he goes rook c6. And if I go knight e5, or sorry, knight d4 to prevent rook c6, he could either take on b4, whereupon I have Uh, okay. I have c2. He cannot take on d4. He could go rook c2, but then I have c1, queen check, knight, and followed by knight e2 check, winning the rook. So knight d4 looks encouraging, but he can try rook b7 check. I should probably come closer, king e6. Then he goes rook c7 to stop my pawns. Possibly. I go c2 still. That doesn't look as good somehow. What about knight e7 instead? Knight e7, if he takes on b4, I go c2, he goes rook c4. That doesn't seem to work. Knight d4 looks much more direct somehow. Knight e3 also could be something, but knight e3 rook, knight e3 rook c6, c2. I don't have the same fork trick on e2, so it's not that clean. c2 directly, maybe c2 directly, c2 rook c6, that's very forcing. Now knight d4, c2 rook c6, knight d4. Now he can go to c4 or throw a check. If he throws a check on c7, I go to e6. Probably. That looks better. c2 looks correct. I'm gonna play it in the spirit of going quick. c2 here, right? I think, yeah, check. Now I have to make sure he's not able to come back around to stop the pawn. So if king e6, he doesn't have the f7 and e7 squares are controlled, and he doesn't have any more checks. So he probably just waits or brings his king closer. But if he brings his king closer, king f2, let's say, then king d6, rook c4, king d5. The idea, I think, yeah, king d5, let's say rook c7. I have a knight c6 blocking the rook's path. I think king e6 should be correct. Okay, yeah, we are going down that line. So now I cannot just promote because nothing happens then, right? Yeah, king d6, attacking the rook with tempo. And if rook c4, king d5, if rook takes knight, I take back. He's not able to stop the pawn. King d6, okay, he just takes. Okay, let's continue. Okay, black to play. So I have a lot of pressure around his king, the rook, the queen, possibly the bishop. But material-wise, I think he has an extra piece and two extra pawns. So a lot of extra material. Okay. Bishop h6 check. That looks interesting. Bishop to h6 check. If he blocks with the knight, I can take on b2. That, or rather, I could go to a1 with the queen, and that will be mate. Yeah, so blocking with the knight is not possible. If he goes to d1, then queen b1 is mate, so that's not possible. So bishop e3 or rook e3. If he goes bishop e3, at a minimum, I could take the bishop. Sorry, the rook. Yeah, rook e3, bishop takes e3, bishop takes e3. Uh, could be okay, maybe. Bishop h6 check. If bishop e3, that's probably the main move. Now, if bishop takes e3, rook takes e3, what's my follow-up? Mm, maybe some queen b3. I don't know. Doesn't look as strong. He has bishop d4 check. I don't know. Rook takes c2 check immediately. Rook takes c2, king takes c2. Doesn't seem to work. Queen b3 right away. Let's see. Queen b3, he may try some knight a1. And yeah, I'm not sure how that's helping me. Queen b3, knight a1, bishop h6. I don't know. Bishop h6, bishop e3, bishop e3, rook e3. Oh, what am I thinking? Wait. Queen b3, knight a1. I have queen takes b2. Queen takes b2 check. Followed by take the knight. Yeah, so queen b3 also looks interesting. So if he moves the knight, I can take on b2. So he has to play what? Rook d2. If he plays rook d2, then I can go bishop h6. And if bishop d4 check, king g8, maybe queen c7 or queen a7 rather. Threatening mate. Rook takes d2. And maybe okay. I don't know. It's it's a little challenging. I'm torn between bishop h6 right away or queen b3. If bishop h6 right away, then bishop e3. Uh, mhm, okay. Bishop h6, bishop e3, bishop takes e3, check, rook takes e3. And now queen b3. Mhm. What can he do? Again, he has the... Oh, now he doesn't have bishop d4, so that's good. Hmm. If queen b3 directly, that doesn't look as good somehow. Rook d2. Are there other moves? After queen b3, what are the moves he can try? Moving the king will not help. Rook d2. I can't see anything other than that. Rook d2. Even rook takes d2. King takes d2. Bishop h6. King d1. It's not as clear. But bishop h6 right away. Somehow looks clearer. I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Okay, and I think now we take, right? Now we take queen b3, I think. Okay. Okay, that was well done. Let's continue. White to move. So I see, of course, this alignment of queen against king. So wherever the knight goes, it's a discovery. But where can I move it so I can mate him or get the most out of the discovery? Okay, so any other ideas? Yeah, I think rook takes bishop is an idea, but also I have to remember he is threatening his own check with possibly some kind of perpetual by checking on a1 and b1. Yeah. So, and I don't want a perpetual, so I should give him a check. So let's see. Let's look at all the knight moves. If knight g8, king takes g8, or he could play pawn to f6. Uh, hmm. Okay, that looks a little dumb. Okay, so knight h5 check, threatening mate. Pawn to f6 is forced because king g8, queen g7. So pawn to f6. Now, oh yeah, okay, I think that works. So now rook takes, sorry, queen takes f6 check. Now again, king g8 is not possible thanks to queen g7 mate. So he takes the queen with the rook. Rook takes f6, and now rook takes bishop check. He's forced to block with the rook. Rook f8, and then I take. Okay, so that works. Tick, tick, mate. Okay, let's continue. White to move. Some kind of a strange endgame. So one of the questions is, can I take this bishop and get away with it? Maybe not, but let's find out. So if I take the bishop, he goes what, g3. Okay. If knight, how do I protect the g1 square in time? Let's see. Is there any trickery? Moving the bishop to d1, he goes to g2. Bishop d1, g2. I'm not in time. Wait a second. I see some idea. Okay, so pawn takes bishop, he goes g3, I go knight d3 with the idea of going knight e5 check. Now if he goes g2, I go knight e5 check. King moves, I go knight f3 and I have stopped the pawn. So after pawn takes bishop, if he, let's say he moves his king, then again I go knight d3, g3, knight e5, g2, knight f3 in time. Okay, now pawn takes bishop, g3, knight d3. If king, let's say d6, knight f3, sorry, knight e5, g2, knight f3. I think that works. Take here, check here. Okay, let's continue. Hmm. White to play. Very interesting attacking position. So yeah. Uh, I don't know what the answer is obviously, but there are a lot of thematic sacrifices like knight d5 or knight takes e6 or maybe pawn to e5. All this can come to mind. I don't know what works. Let's see. Rook takes f6 check. He could go bishop f6. And I don't know what my follow-up is. If knight d5, knight d5 looks interesting. With the idea e d5, possibly queen to d7, queen takes bishop. And I'm crashing through on e6 next. So that looks very interesting. So if knight d5, he doesn't take my knight, and he goes, let's say queen d8, defensive, ultra defensive. Queen d8, then what do I have? Knight d5, queen d8, knight takes f6, bishop takes f6. Mm, Not seeing any big follow-up. I'm sure I'm missing some point here. E5 on the first move. E5. He could go F5, but he could also go DE5. If DE5, maybe some knight F5. What about knight F5 right away? Knight F5. Hmm. Knight F5 at least threatens Queen G7 followed by Queen E7 mate. So Knight F5 is a big move. So Knight F5. If EF5, then if I go Knight D5, he takes my queen, I take his queen. Then Rook D8. So Knight F5, EF5, Knight D5, FG4, Knight takes B6, Rook D8, and I don't know, maybe there's something, but I don't see it. But Knight F5 idea somehow looks encouraging. So Knight D5, Queen D8, now Knight F5, EF5. I don't know. I don't see the point. Mm. I have a feeling because I'm trying to rush, and also because this problem is tough. I may not get it. Okay, I'm gonna speculate and go knight d5. Okay, knight d5. So far, so good. Well, that move I think makes it easy for me. I think I should take the rook and then take the queen. Okay, I don't know why he did that. Let's quickly see what happened if he went queen d8. So knight d5, yeah, queen d8 is the best. And now, yeah, all kind of moves are possible, but just rook g1. Okay, let's continue. Again, not a good problem. Okay, opponent game. Probably gonna be my last one because I'm running out of time. Hmm. King d6 suggests itself. I mean, he's attacking my pawn. I cannot save it. But after king d6, he either goes king a5 or he takes my pawn. If he takes my pawn, now I have a serious choice. I could go king c6. King a5 is forced. I could go king takes c5. Now he either moves his king or pushes his pawn. But whatever he does, I think I go king d6 and run my pawn down. That's probably right. King d6 on the first move definitely feels right. I don't know why I wouldn't. King d6, king takes a6, king takes c5. Uh, king b7. Yeah, somehow king d6, king takes a6, king c6, king a5, king takes c5. Let's say pawn a6, king d6, uh, king b4, c5, a5. So I'm looking at this. Let's see. Oops. This here, here, and now I'm guessing here. For some reason, I feel that's correct. Just keeping opposition, forcing him to go here. Then I can take this. And now, if he moves his king back, I think he's wasting time, right? If he goes to a6, king d6, I'm able to play king d7 next. I will be able to queen with check. So he doesn't go to b7 instead, or a6. I think he just pushes his pawn, I guess. And I go here, king d6. Then he goes to b4, c5, a5, c6, a4, c7, a3, c8, queen, a2, and now I mean, yeah, now I can at a minimum just go to a8, get behind his pawn, stop him. King to d6. No, I think this. Let's see. Okay, so far so good. Okay, well, I was hoping, I was not expecting this move, but I think king to d6 now. King d6, king b7, king d7 will be good. Ooh, I got some points, but that was bad. Why? Am I supposed to go to c6? If king a5 on c5? Oh, then continue like that. Wow, okay, let's quickly analyze, but that will be the end. Hopefully I got points. I mean, not hopefully, thankfully I got points. This position still winning. Wow. But if I go to d7, is it not winning? d6? It's not winning. Oh, it's a draw? How on earth is it a draw? Because it's a race. Huh. Oh, he stops me. Ah, I got careless. Okay, that's sad. Huh. So king c6 and king a5, c5. Now, yeah, he can try either this, in which case I, yeah, can do this and run. Okay, that's fine. I still got some points. Should I do one more or no? No. Okay, fine. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my indecisiveness and my struggles with the tactics. Uh, if you did, please press the thumbs up button. Helps me out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.